Welcome to Art Should Be Illegal, a podcast about art and its place here in our fair, let's call it society. My name, as always, is Liv, the first among equals, newly minted colonel of the Media Guards Rifles, 2nd Division, of course, the Censorship Brigade. And with me, as always, is my two lovely co-hosts.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck am I talking about? Well, go ahead. Co-host number 1, please.
Okay. I'm Elissa.
Shut the fuck up, Annie.
My name is Lissy Pissy Poo.
No, nobody's name is that. Nobody is named Lissy Pissy Poo. My name is Elissa. I'm not allowed near Liv's army. I just touch the computer and make the sounds good.
I'm sorry. I put all of my stat points into Inland Empire and just roll like hell.
I still think you're talking about the movie.
My name is Annie. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm really cool. People like me for some reason.
Yeah, they do. Now, for today, and if in case you're wondering, dear listener, we've had a bit of a recording hiatus, and that's why we might sound a little off, and by off I mean a little bit more whimsical.
What?
Okay, just talk about the picture.
Fine. I will talk about the picture. All right, we've watched. Whose choice was this? I forget.
This was Annie's.
It was Annie's.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've been watching.
It was my pick on Alyssa's recommendation.
Amazing. We've been watching Rope from 1948, a picture by that Hitchcock guy. You know, the one with the birds and the sled. I forget.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about Rosebud?
I try really not to. I mean, the only mystery in my life is the only mystery in my life is whether or not there was a Kane in Citizen Kane. I still can't get a clear answer.
Okay. So I picked this movie because I love people talking in a room movies, and I told Elissa this, and she said you should watch Rope. You should pick Rope for the podcast. And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds great. It's a Hitchcock movie. I like Hitchcock. But the thing is, on watching this movie, I learned something about Alfred Hitchcock that I did not know. I didn't know that he was a great comedy director and that he made amazing comedies.
Yeah, one of his lesser known skills.
Because this movie is fucking hilarious.
Yeah?
Okay.
This movie is so funny.
That is an amazing way to go with this.
I love this comedy.
Why?
We can talk about it, but let me just give you the 1,000-foot view.
Okay. Yeah. I think
I wrote a little synopsis.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Just before you go into your synopsis, let's just have like up top.
It's like a 1-sentence synopsis.
Oh, god damn you. Okay, fine. Go.
Rope, in which 2 dumb twinks think they're geniuses and their old teacher scowls at them like the dumb gay idiots they are until they admit they committed murder.
I mean, that is absolutely what you're on. You're on the money on the scale.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're correct.
So good.
It is interesting though that this is the same level of emotional and spatial intellect that I see from dumb twinks out in the wild.
So we open on a guy getting fucking strangled in this movie.
No, we open on a set of a street.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we get to see, first of all, like front matter, color by Technicolor, which, I mean, you can absolutely tell for reasons, I'm sure. And it's a set of a street, and I don't know why this is there.
I have so much to say about the color. I have so much
credits.
to say about the color.
Before we get into that, hey, Elissa, this is a real question. What is Technicolor? I've never known.
I'm glad you asked, because
I'm
I have
so happy you
much
asked.
to say about this. Okay. So straight out of the gate, you can immediately see that the color is kind of like a little weird in this. Also, it's in color for a movie that came out in 1948. How fucking crazy is that?
That's pretty
It's
crazy.
not the first movie to come out in color by any means, but it is unusual for the
I
period.
thought it was from the 50s because of the way that it looked. It looked quite advanced for 48.
Yeah. Well, and this technique was kind of perfected more in the 50s and was more common there. Although it had been around since like the late 30s. This was shot in really gorgeous looking 3-strip Technicolor. And this was a process that basically took light into the camera and ran it through a prism that split the beam into 3 different rolls of black and white film. And hence 3-strip. The light would come into the camera and get split, and a third of the light would go through a green filter, and then the rest would go through 2 different pieces of film that were cemented together. And one of them was dyed such that it would only record blue light, while the other had like a red-orange coating that prevented the blue light from passing through and only captured the color red. It's weird.
That's crazy.
I was going to say, I have so many questions, chief amongst which, why not just split the light into 3 colors, red, green, and blue?
I think because it is very mechanically complex, and these were already big, loud cameras that were challenging to use.
I see.
I think you also run into a problem there with, splitting that out. There are issues with that. Oh, part of the problem you do see here, like in the very beginning of this movie, which is that there's chromatic aberration on everything. The colors are misaligned because they're going through a prism, and the wavelengths differ on different, colors. Red has the longest wavelength of visible light. Violet has the shortest. And so consequently, what you see here is when the light goes through the prism, it bends differently and it misaligns it in the final thing. So the color is just a little off the whole time, which is a really cool look. But that's why you get that. And this time, they didn't really have a good method for fixing that issue.
That is extremely interesting. Yeah. I have I have an actual question and not just a jape. How do you then project it?
Okay, so you project it. It's a process. Because the problem is you have 3 different negatives, and then you have to turn those into. I think that they ended up making it into. I think it was like they essentially had to run 3 strips of film through there, and it was a nightmare. I don't know.
So
There's a complex like chemical process to get this into a place where they could actually project it.
So did they have to like invent special projectors for this, or were they able to run it through? Oh my gosh! So how widely was this distributed?
Hang on, let me see.
That's kind of amazing because it's modern day IMAX where you go, oh, okay, if I want to watch real actual IMAX in Europe, I have to go to Belgium.
Yeah. I have to go to Chicago.
Oh no. Actually, I think I'm getting the better deal there. I can like enjoy a waffle, some premium European racism and bureaucracy, and then watch a movie. And then fly back.
Yeah.
You can go hang out with people that speak fake French.
Or fake Dutch.
Or fake Dutch.
Or fake German.
All Dutch
really
is fake
delicious.
Dutch.
Flemish is not a real language.
Yeah, if you're a cultural minority in the Netherlands, you heard it here first. Fucking get it together.
Yeah. I think they actually it was I think that they could use a regular projector for it. It was just very, very complicated and expensive to get the film into a state where you could project it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
but this also.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say this must mean that like in the late 40s, there's gonna be some movie nerds around who go like, yeah, no, I don't watch movies in Technicolor. I try to like stick as close to the original as possible and only watch black and white.
Yes. Personally, I only watch black and white that was run through a green filter.
Yeah, of course.
And then I think before those this, other 2 channels is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, and before this, there's going to be movie nerds who go like, yeah, no, I don't like talkies. Like, silent film is like the real medium. If you want sound, go listen to your radio, you poser.
There were definitely people like that.
If you want sound, go to the fucking theater, not the cinema.
However, that was 20 years before this. So all
also,
of this
there had been a
jazz
war.
singer.
So all of this meant though
Wait, you wanted the singer? Okay, hang on.
God.
Okay.
You effectively only had a third of the light coming into the camera because you were splitting it 3 ways. Yes.
Is that why this movie's so dark?
No. That it's not that dark. What?
It looked dark to me.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't say this movie is dark at all. If anything, it's a little. I mean, you can tell they have some quite hefty lights on set.
Yes, and that's really typical of this kind of setup. In fact, before this, The Wizard of Oz used the same setup. And famously, a lot of the actors complained of getting permanent eye damage from The Wizard of Oz. It would get to like over 100 degrees on set. I'm not translating that into Celsius. So fuck you, Liv. The
it's
lights
like
that they were using.
40.
The lights that they were using put out ultraviolet light. And they were blasting them the entire time. Like the people in like suits needed just like constant water. It was horrible because they were using like really slow film. They're using like ISO 10 film.
Yeah, and then didn't like the guy that was the original Tin Man die from the makeup or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
That movie just like fucked up people's lives.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's that and Stalker for like most killings by a movie.
No, that's the Landis thing.
The what?
That wasn't very many, but they were. Yeah, it was
they were children.
The Conqueror also killed some people.
The Twilight Zone film, John Landis like killed some kids.
Yeah. Well, there was that whole thing with the fucking helicopter.
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
Wow. Okay. So back to the film.
Back to the podcast.
Well, yeah.
Back to the kino. Back to the movies.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about the film, the last thing I have here is this is like ISO 10 film that we're looking at this time. It's super slow. ISO 100 is usually considered pretty slow these days. My digital camera has a base ISO of 640. ISO is the sensitivity of the film to light. It is how quickly it exposes when exposed to light. And so the lower the ISO is, the more light you need, or the more time you need exposing it to light in order for a picture to come out. So
does that just make it more expensive to develop?
It makes it so you need to blast the absolute shit out of the actors with light, because when you're doing film, you can't change the exposure time. You have to expose everything for the same amount of time, which means you need to bring more light into the camera, and there are only 2 ways to do that.
Okay. Bummer.
Yeah, and in this case, they were limited on the first way to do it, so they got the second way. Blast everything with light.
So this was probably a miserable film set.
Yes. Technicolor, 3-strip Technicolor was miserable to shoot, and it was unbelievably expensive, and that's why you didn't see that much of it.
Okay. Good to know.
Should have just had like 3 lenses of the camera. I just realized that whole prism business, that's a dumb idea. Just have 3 lenses. Shaking my goddamn head.
Then just have everything be misaligned because
make it 3D. Make it 3D, bitch.
Just make it 3D.
No, you just fix it in post. You just like layer the film on top of each other or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it works. You can definitely just do that. They'll just CG it.
Yeah, what are angles? What is parallax?
Parallax is a kind of scrolling. You can't fool me.
Okay. Anyway, so they murder the shit out of a guy with a rope. Hence the name of the film.
Yes.
Yeah, first, I mean, I do love, we start in media res, which is of course amazing, and it's just some dude getting God.
Yes, it's in media res, and they have the balls to not go back.
Yeah.
It's just like we're at the height of the action, and now the film is the aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit the man. And put the body in a hiding place so they can escape.
It's our
escape
two
the
twinks.
location.
Our two twinks strangle a man to death in a very realistic way, she said sarcastically. But that's fine.
I don't know. I've never strangled a man, so I can't really comment on this.
I've never strangled a man either, but I can be pretty confident that he doesn't just go, oh.
I mean, that's a classic movie thing, right? Of like choking someone to death is just kind of putting your hands on their throat for a couple seconds, or in this case, using a rope.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't know how long. We don't know how long he was being strangled for.
Yeah,
but
because we mediate the rest.
After the unconsciousness, you have to keep strangling for like another couple of minutes.
Yeah, this is official podcast advice. When the person is unconscious, you gotta keep going.
No,
you don't want to stop hitting the man prematurely.
All of this is getting bleeped. All this is gonna get bleeped.
No,
only bleep choice bits, so it's funny.
So anyway, this is how we meet our twinks. Brendan and Donovan?
Kenneth?
Philip.
I don't know.
Brandon and Philip. And also, it's really funny to imagine all of this movie going down while the guy is alive and unconscious.
Yes. Yeah. Because also the way that they check his pulse is he takes a gloved hand and puts it over the guy's chest through his suit because he's wearing like a full 3-piece suit. And it's like, I don't feel a heartbeat. Like, my guy, you're not going to feel a heartbeat.
This movie's only an hour and 20 minutes long. He could still be alive.
Yeah, he could just be fucked up in there.
I don't know. If you're unconscious for an hour and a half, I don't think
he wouldn't be
having
unconscious.
A good time.
He would have regained consciousness and been really weak, and then he could have easily just fallen asleep.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah, he's snoozing.
It's entirely possible. But
yeah, so
they strangle him, confirm his death.
I think he just cops a feel. He just goes like, "Ooh, okay, you haven't had top surgery yet."
Yeah, and then they dump his body into a chest. Okay. So that's the beginning of the film. We don't know what's going on. We don't know why they killed him. We don't know who these people are, how they know each other.
I don't know. When the movie opened on two twinks killing a dude, I think it was fairly. I just assumed they were confirmed bachelors.
Well, I meant we don't know how they know the victim.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But well, yeah, these guys are these guys are so clearly drama? Fucking. I'm sorry?
Polycule drama?
Maybe.
He says something really funny, and I got it on tape. Hang on.
Nobody ever feels really safe in the dark. Nobody who's ever a child, that is.
Which is so dark. One of the characters complains about being in the dark, and the other one goes like, "Oh, you have trauma, childhood trauma," and then pulls the curtains.
Oh, I was gonna say, this is a really good way to open a movie. This is a great way to open the movie.
Yeah,
it is. More movies should open like this.
Like, this is a very striking opening. You're like, oh shit, what's going on here?
Yeah. Hitchcock is great at that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that could make this better is if they used a knife and you open the movie with just a camera being sprayed with blood.
That'd be pretty good.
Tarantino amounts of blood just gushing out of this guy.
Better yet, they strangle him with the rope and blood starts spraying out like that.
Yeah. Ooh, just they accidentally cut his carotid artery with the rope, and it's just
yes, which is a real thing that can happen.
Anyway, so they strangle him, dump him in the chest, and then Brandon is immediately getting off on the fact that he just killed a guy.
Yeah, he's like,
and Philip,
yeah,
and Philip is dejected, not having a good time with this.
Yeah, they're very clearly in a permanent, a 24-hour sub-dom relationship.
Yes. And clearly Philip is the one, or like pointedly, Philip is the one that actually strangled him. Brandon was just holding the guy while that happened. It's like, yeah, no wonder you're more fucked up.
Yeah. And I'll say Farley Granger, who plays Philip in this, is going to be turning in a pretty stagey performance.
Yes.
He really overacts it.
Yeah, I would call it campy.
They wanted to be 100% certain that everyone knew that he was feeling blue.
Yeah, the guy that plays Brandon also really overacted. And then, as we find out later, Jimmy Stewart's in this movie. He also overacts the fuck out of it.
Jimmy Stewart, and you get typical Jimmy Stewart results.
Yeah, but Brandon, very different characters in this movie. Brandon is like, oh, I gotta have a drink to celebrate. And it kind of comes out, like, they don't quite say it at this point, but they're kind of implying they killed a guy just to watch him die.
Oh, I got that one immediately. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's like a psychopath, and like he just want to see if he can actually feel anything.
Yeah, and they go into much more detail about why they did it later on.
Yeah,
he's giving Dennis.
Yeah, but like right here, I thought that they were just like saying that, and we're gonna find out an actual reason later. But no, they just killed him to watch him die.
Yeah.
Well, they killed him, as they reveal later, because they wanted to prove their superiority over others. That they believe that they are better. They are smarter than other people, and therefore better, and not held to the same standards. And that killing is permissible, and that they're smart enough to commit the perfect crime.
Yeah, the perfect crime.
And that because they can do the perfect crime, they should be allowed to.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't want the rush of killing a man?
Yeah, who wouldn't want it?
It's very much a thrill kill.
Yeah, they kill him, and then it transpires that they have planned a dinner party for like immediately after this.
Yes.
Yeah, which feels like it would be a mistake.
This whole movie takes place in real time, so it's like they kill this guy, and like 10 minutes later, people are showing up for a party.
Yeah.
And the first person showing up is their housekeeper?
Yes, their housekeeper. But before that, they move all of the food from the dinner table to on top of the chest where his body is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're marking the spot so that like it's like they could put up a sign that says there's not a body in this chest. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And everybody is so freaked out by the fact that they're serving food off of a chest, which who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a weird writing thing or if this is like just
was this a thing back then?
Yeah, the culture was different in the 40s and people would care about that. I
get why the housekeeper would be kind of annoyed by it because she's like, I had all the food like displayed on the table and then you moved it all. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like other people are like, odd that you're serving food from this chest. Like, no, it's not. It's just a surface.
Yeah. And like they have a perfectly good reason if they want to, come up with it, which is, we wanted all the stuff here in the room where most of the stuff was going to be going on.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, well, we're all going to hang out in the living room. Let's have the food in the living room.
Why would you want to have it in fucking 2 rooms away?
Yeah, it's important. It's like a buffet thing where the idea is you get food and then you go hang out while eating the food.
Yeah,
it's not like a sit down. So, but yeah, they just start inviting people, and they're not inviting people. They start having people come over, and they're talking about who they've invited. And I do like this. They've invited David's parents. David being the guy that they just killed.
Yeah,
they invite his parents and his girlfriend.
His
the audacity,
mother, father, fiance, and best friend. Are the
also just before this, they also they try to rationalize it, or like the psychopath, what's his name? Dennis.
Brandon.
Tries to rationalize.
Dennis, stop it.
Dennis.
Tries to rationalize. I'm sorry, Glenn Howard. Howerton? Whatever. They try to rationalize it, and they go.
She's talking about It's Always Sunny still.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's
They go sort of.
That's right.
Yeah, they sort of go through a bunch of motions like, yeah, we're better than him, whatever. And also,
Good Americans usually die young on the battlefield, don't they? Well, Davids of this world merely occupy space.
okay.
That's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
Early NPC theory.
Yeah. But also, like, I mean, they did just have a world war. So, like, I guess, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very dark. I mean, Brandon is, you know, the text is saying that he's a fascist throughout this. Like, he is just a straight up Nazi, and it is not trying to hide that at all.
Elissa, no, fascist.
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 I do also have a note here about how super fucking gay these two are, because right about this time, it's like you really start seeing how gay they are together. That is not by accident. These two are constantly like moments away from kissing. The play the film was based on, it was the leads were gay in that. So like
the actors?
The characters were gay in that.
Oh. Okay.
And John Dahl, who plays Brandon, was allegedly gay. As was one of the screenwriters that did this. So because everybody knew what they were doing.
Yes, it's very subtextually gay, but there is no explicit text that says they are gay lovers, but they are. Everything screams it.
Just subtle enough that the censors wouldn't catch on because straight people are dumb. But the movie was outwardly gay enough that it was apparently banned in a few cities.
Oh,
incredible.
So, yeah.
A few cities saw this and thought, oh yeah, they're gay.
Yeah. My only other note here is that the playwright that did the original play was also the guy that wrote Gaslight, which is interesting.
Oh, okay. Gatekeep girl boss.
Yeah.
So they invite, getting back to the movie,
sorry, one more thing. People also speculated over whether he was gay or not.
Oh,
because he was almost certainly not strictly heterosexual.
Good for him.
Yes. He was also a good Marxist boy, as I understand it.
Yay.
And
oh, hell yes.
When Brandon comes off as kind of a smug Nazi shit, that's because he's a smug Nazi shit, and this movie fucking hates fascists.
I mean, as you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, the correct choice. Hate a fascist.
Imagine not hating fascists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes you a fascist.
Imagine being a liberal.
So it transpires, as she said, that Brandon has also invited their old teacher from prep school.
Yeah.
So because Brandon, Philip, David, and then one other guy that they also invited to the party, all went to school together, and this guy was their school dad. I don't know what the term is.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was in charge of them.
He was their mentor.
Yeah. So they invite him, and Philip is freaking out. He's too smart. He will immediately clock that we killed David.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he shows up. He shows up and then immediately figures it out.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's and Brandon's nah. Rupert, which is his name, would have been super cool with it. In fact, I almost invited him to join us killing David, but I didn't because he's more intellectual. I don't think he's a man of action. I don't think he would have been down for it. Not because he's against it ideologically, but because he wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it's okay, well, we've set up this character. So people start arriving.
Yeah. Now, another technical nerd note here. You might notice around this time in the movie, we haven't cut. We're still on the first take.
We haven't cucked?
We haven't cut.
Oh, I misheard you.
Shut the fuck up. We are still on the first take. This movie is 80 minutes long and was done in exactly 10 takes. Including that exterior shot that they used for the opening credits. And the film is edited to make it look like it's all in one continuous take. They hide the cuts by having a person pass in front of the camera or something, zooming in on something and then coming back out.
One of the cuts is incredibly obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious that even
one?
I, a dumb bitch, noticed it.
Yeah. The reason that it was done in multiple takes, they wanted it to look like one continuous take, but cameras at this time could only hold 10 minutes of film. So all of the takes are like 8 to 10 minutes long.
Neat.
And there's a lot of really clever camera work. It's cool. It's also wild to think that, for the camera's constantly moving in this. This takes place in like multiple rooms. And
we see the living room, hall, and dining room, and also kitchen. There's a little bit of shaky cam when going to that first tracking Dennis through the apartment. Yes, Brandon, thank you. Let's go. There's a little bit of shaking, so you can sort of see maybe you should have laid those tracks down better. But other than that, it's immaculate.
Some other things happen. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this kind of thing. You have to have a set that can break apart so you can move the camera through. The camera is big and heavy and on a heavy rig. I believe at one point early in this movie, the camera rolled over a grip's foot. A grip being a worker on the crew.
Did you say a worker?
A worker?
You said a worker.
Shut the fuck up, Annie.
A voica.
It broke the guy's foot, and he had to keep from screaming. They had to cover his mouth and keep him from screaming when his foot got broken by the camera and keep going.
Okay.
Did you know that in the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, when Viggo Mortensen was kicking that helmet, he broke his... I'm sorry.
That's so funny. But yeah,
sorry.
It's wild to imagine having to do sound or something on this where you're having to constantly follow the action and stay out of the shot for 8 to 10 minutes of the camera moving all the time. It's a really impressive technical accomplishment that they've got here. That is the last of my technical nerd shit for this movie.
I was gonna say, just a little side note, if someone rolled a dolly over my foot and broke it, I will just bite whomever is trying to muffle my screams. Yeah, fuck your movie, Alfred. I don't care.
Alfie.
Yeah, broke my fucking foot, you bitch. I'm gonna scream.
Okay, so David's best friend and fiance show up, and but the best friend shows up first, and Brandon, the brain genius he is like, oh, you used to date his girlfriend, Janet, I think.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
The girl who says chum. He also says the most Scandinavian thing I've ever heard in an American movie.
Okay.
Why is it I'm always too early at parties?
Probably because you're always on time.
Me at every party.
Super relatable.
Me at every party.
Yeah, me at every. But I've had people give me the wrong time, and give me a time that was half an hour later than they gave everyone else for a party. And you know what the really funny thing about it was?
You still showed up before everyone else?
I was still there before everyone else because she knew I was going to be 15 minutes early. Everyone else was half an hour late.
Amazing.
You still got there 15 minutes before everyone else.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Couldn't be me. I can't have ever done that. People have never done that to me too. Anyway, so Brandon, like the brain genius that he is like, oh, you used to date Janet, and you're upset that she's like engaged to David now. Well, I have some good news for you. I think David's going to be out of the way. You know, the thing that you say about the guy that you just killed and nobody knows is dead yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it tracks, right? Like, he's a smug dipshit who thinks that he has done everything just perfectly and that none of these people will be smart enough to catch on.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's close to being right.
Well, no, here's the thing. He's like, I've committed the perfect murder. And so you're like, oh, did they like make it look like David was out of town or something? I'm just going to say this now. We don't need to wait for it in the plot. No, it turns out that he ran into David at like the club, like where they were playing tennis, and was like, hey, come by my place before the party.
Yeah.
And then killed him.
That's the party.
That's the perfect murder.
The perfect murder.
The perfect murder. Okay. So you like made it look like he was never here. No, you fucked up on several points. Anyway, so yeah. People like Janet is here, and then Janet and I forget the best friend's name. Who gives a shit? They used to date. And Kenneth. Okay, whatever. And then Brandon is like, oh, and then before Kenneth, you dated me. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Shut the fuck up. You never dated a woman.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe my guy had a beard.
Sexless dating things. It is the 40s, right? Like a gay guy. This is a really good time to be a closeted gay guy because you are not expected to have sex with unmarried women.
It's true. That's true. Your beard can be very
also
obvious.
They were all in Europe fighting Nazis, just hanging out with their bros.
Yeah, they were fighting the Nazis, but also fighting their love for one another.
How romantic!
Yes.
Wow.
Brokeback Mountain 2: The Fight for Verdun.
Yes.
No, you gotta modernize it for a modern audience. Brokeback Mountain 2, Donbass Boogaloo.
Shut the fuck up.
2 volunteers fighting in eastern Ukraine find adventure and love for each other.
Okay, but then David's
No, wait.
dad...
I can do one worse. I'm sorry. I just came up with it. It's a Ukrainian drone operator, and he falls in love with the person he's supposed to kill with his drone.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere really bad. Okay, I'm not even going to conjure the joke I thought of into existence. Don't worry.
Oh, I can get it psychically. I got you. Yeah, that's dark. That's dark.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
It is
for this podcast.
It is too dark.
So I have to say, I'm scanning the movie right now to remind me of plot points, and goddamn, Brandon's body language the entire time is so fucking smug.
Yes, it's great.
It's really good.
He's playing it up so much.
Yeah, like, I did the perfect murder. We're gonna have champagne to celebrate. What are you celebrating? Nothing.
I was wondering what I would do for a thumbnail for this, but I think I have it. Because I just need a good shot of Brandon looking smug as shit while Philip looks like he's about to have a panic attack.
I mean, it feels like one of them just wants to get caught. He says, they're like, oh, champagne, is it someone's birthday? And then he says, oh, well, it's kind of the opposite, actually.
Yeah, right. God.
That is great dialogue, though.
Yeah. He starts talking about how they're going to go out of town soon because Philip has a recital. He plays the piano. He's got like a big concert coming up, and he's going to go sequester himself in Connecticut.
Break.
Yeah, it's his big break. So he's going to go sequester himself in Connecticut for like 6 weeks to practice, which, fair enough. Here's the thing. Going out of town for a month and a half right after killing somebody, right after one of your best friends goes missing. Not suspicious. Perfect murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, non-suspicious
Yeah,
at
because
all.
it's the perfect crime. So of course they can just go out of town. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna notice or care.
So then David's dad and aunt show up because apparently they invited the parents, but the mom is sick, so the aunt showed up instead.
Yeah.
And she's a lovely lady. Honestly, I love her. I love this character.
Yeah,
I would
she's
be
a cool
best
aunt.
friends with this lady.
Yeah.
She's just so happy to be here.
She's having a great time.
She is the only person at this party that is enjoying herself.
Yes. Oh, well, Brandon's enjoying himself for most of it.
That's true. That's true. But the pretense for this party was for David's dad to like look at some old books. So he looks at the old books.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
like
it is a weird setup.
It's
just like,
bizarre. Like none of this makes sense to me. I don't know if it's a cultural thing from the 40s. This is like 80 years ago now.
Yeah,
I think they're just having a party. They're just having a good time.
Yeah, I think
they're
part of it is just.
I mean,
like,
we're gonna invite some folk. Why not have a party? I mean, we're two unmarried men living together. Why not have a little party for some of our friends?
Yeah. Well, and then at one point, Philip is so anxious that he breaks a champagne glass in his hands
and like cuts the shit out of his hands.
Fuck out of his hands.
It looks so bad. It looks so painful. Like it looks like it was.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm fine. Bro, there is blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Like if I saw that, I'd be like, shit.
Right?
Do you need to go to the emergency room? Like, that's not good.
Like, he probably did some real fucking damage there.
But then when we see him later, he doesn't like does a close up of his hands and like it doesn't look like it did anything to him.
They're fine.
Yeah. It was just bled a little, you know, nothing.
Yeah. It turns out Alfred Hitchcock has no idea what injuries are like.
I mean,
yeah, no. I mean, he also doesn't know what birds do. So like,
him and oh my God. But yeah, with the hand thing, it's like the cutting your hand in a movie thing is still a trope, even though it's like, if you like cut the palm of your hand, you're going to fuck shit up really badly.
There's so many nerves and tendons and shit in there.
Yes. It's a really bad place to cut. Yeah, the reason they do it though is that the effect is super easy.
So and then Jimmy Stewart hits the movie.
Yes. Yeah, they're playing it as David having just like not shown up, and then fucking we just get slammed by the appearance of Jimmy Stewart, a man who is always miscast.
I thought he was good in It's a Wonderful Life.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good guy for that movie in that movie sucked. And it required a bad actor for it to work.
I don't agree with that.
When I was watching this, I kept thinking this would have worked a lot better if they had Cary Grant in this role. And then when I was doing research on the movie afterward, I found that apparently he was their first choice. And it was like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, because this character, Rupert, is like a crotchety old man that is constantly being sarcastic and sardonic towards everyone.
Yeah, and Jimmy Stewart does not have the charisma for this character.
He is a man that believes that he is smarter than you, and he is not. He believes that he is smarter than you, and he will make fun of you in a way that is saying that he's smarter than you, and you have to be smart enough to catch it. But yeah, he's just like walks in and is immediately like, "Hey, buddies, why you drinking champagne? Why are we eating food off of that chest? Why did you murder somebody? I mean," just immediately like zeroing in on every single like slightly odd thing.
The way he talks, it sounds like he already knows what's happened.
Yes.
And like
it sounds like he's read the script. It's a little it's odd.
For a big chunk of this movie, it's like, does he know? Because like he is verbatim saying the same shit Brandon's been saying. And like it sounds like he knows there's a dead body in the room. It's really weird.
Yeah. By the way, I don't want to lose that. there is just a dead body in the room during this entire film.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that. It's a very Hitchcockian thing to do.
Yeah. Like it's right there. And they play with it a couple times of just like, ooh, am I going to open it?
Yeah. There is a scene later on that I fucking adore, which is like the housekeeper has is cleared out all the food. And so the camera just focuses on the chest and the housekeeper like walking up to the chest, grabbing some plates, walking all the way back to the kitchen, and then all the way back to the chest. And like as we're watching this, we're hearing a conversation going off screen. And it's like, oh, are they just not noticing that she's doing this? And she like clears off the tablecloth, moves the candelabras that are on the on the chest, and then she's about to open it, and then somebody else walks over, is like, oh, let me help you with that. And then we're like, whoa. And then right as they're about to open it, Brandon's like, no, we don't have to open this chest. Don't open the chest.
Yeah. To give you an idea.
It is so Hitchcock.
Yeah, it is. To give you an idea of how on the nose Rupert is straight from the fucking beginning, he immediately notices that they're picking food off of a chest for some reason and brings up a story that Brandon was apparently a huge fan of in school about a girl that accidentally locked herself in a chest, and her it had like a lock that would automatically like, lock when it was closed. She closes herself in a chest. Her body wasn't found for 50 years, apparently. And all I could think was like, imagine having the smell of a rotting corpse in your house and not really bothering to look for it. Like, I just don't know where the goyle went, but for some reason, this whole place smells like somebody died in it.
Yeah. I guess my house just does that sometimes.
Right?
Where's my daughter?
Yeah, he just immediately brings up the story, and it's like, does he know that there's a dead body in it? Why is he talking like this? What?
Well, then he also, he gets Brandon to start telling a story about how Philip had like been killing chickens when they were younger.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a lie. I've never killed a chicken. But apparently he has. I genuinely don't understand this part. It's like,
yeah.
Like, I understand why you're upset that they're telling the story. You don't want to be hearing about this when you feel really guilty about killing a guy, right?
Yeah.
I get that. But why are you lying and being like, I've never killed a chicken, even though everybody here knows that you have? I guess that's just part of that's part of the anxiety, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. But they start having a philosophical conversation.
Yeah, which is like, you start up going, oh, okay, like this weird dude who's suddenly on set is also kind of a Nazi, like the other one, and then he goes, yeah, no.
I don't think he is a Nazi. I think he's just a fucking joker.
Oh,
yeah.
Because like he's talking about like, yeah, we should be able to kill people whenever we want.
Yeah,
like
he's a shit poster, and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's really weird.
He's like, yeah, I think that there's too many people around. We could end poverty and homelessness if we just like let people kill each other. And I'm not saying all the time, just like, once a day, like one day a year, 1 week a year, maybe just get it out of our systems. And I'm like, this is a Purge prequel.
You can immediately see here where Brandon gets all of his ideas.
Yeah, and he's like clearly not serious, even though people keep being like, "Are you joking or are you serious?" He's like, "I'm totally serious," even though he's very clearly not serious. He's clearly just like a shit poster. Like he's
looking straight at the camera and says, "I am 100% serious. These are my opinions."
My opinion is that I personally should be allowed to kill people for fun.
Yeah.
I am going to murder you tonight after you fall asleep. And then you call the cops and the cops show up and you're like, I was joking. It was a joke. I'm a birthday boy.
I'm just a little guy. You wouldn't arrest me for saying
so great on
that.
Twitter.
You wouldn't arrest me for saying I'm going to kill this lady. You wouldn't arrest me for stalking her home and threatening her. I'm just a little birthday boy. That's this character. This character's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I love
amazing.
him.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
There's a non-zero chance that he actually meant it when he said, "Oh yeah, we should be able to kill people," and then when someone actually sort of presses him on it by killing someone, goes, "Oh no, that's not what I meant."
We'll get there.
Yeah. So after they have this murder conversation, the group kind of breaks up and they separate out, and we get like an extended conversation between Janet and Kenneth. Which, by the way, Janet, that lady is fucking gold. She's so pretty. But also, I want to say, just as an aside, the lady that played Janet, Joan Chandler, she changed her name in real life to Chandler from Cheeseman. And I think
good choice.
That's fucking cowardly. I want to change my last name to Cheeseman.
Elissa Cheeseman.
No, you don't.
I'm going to move to Wisconsin and make my name Cheeseman.
Yes, you should. But yeah, Janet's like super embarrassed to be here with Kenneth because they used to be romantically involved. So I from what I can gather here, David stole Kenneth's woman, and then they remained best friends, I guess.
Yeah. No, I take it that they haven't really spoken much since that happened.
Yeah, it doesn't
kind of get the sense that this group of four people is like kind of drifted apart a bit, except for Brandon and Philip because they're bumming each other. But
yes,
when you say bumming each other, do you mean that one of them is sort of taking it up the back passage?
Yes.
Okay.
In the bomb.
Yes.
Hello, friends. Normally during a podcast episode, this is where I'd come in and tell you to thumb the pod. But this time, I decided to mix things up a little bit. So, fuck it. I don't care what you do. Just do whatever. Do whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want. Go thumb yourself. Why don't you just go thumb yourself? Thanks for listening.
This movie is genuinely very well blocked.
Yes, it is. Like the real thing you watch this movie for is that it is technically incredible. Like it's fucking insane what they pulled off here. This movie takes place in real time, and like the background, the backdrop out the window and the lighting and everything is changing as it shifts from daytime into night. This whole thing takes place. It's an hour and 20 minutes, but it takes place over the course of like 2 hours or something. And
it's a little accelerated, yeah.
It's a little accelerated, but like it's pretty close to real time. And it's really amazing to watch what they managed to do, because what they did here was actually fucking crazy. So Janet also in here reveals that she has picked up on the fact that Brandon is kind of up to something, which, I mean, I don't know how you couldn't.
Yeah. And also throughout this entire time, everyone is like, where's David? It's weird that he's not here. He's usually very punctual.
At this point, she's like, oh, David was never going to appear. Whatever is going on here, like, he wasn't going to show up. And that was the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you lied to him and told him not to come, or like you did something to him and he's like indisposed and can't be here. Like, where is David? You did something with David.
Yeah.
So like perfect murder.
Yes.
When it turns out that he's completely missing, no one's going to be suspicious of the person that everyone's already suspicious of before they know he's missing.
Yes.
Perfect murder.
They pull a really good axis switch in here too with the camera. Again, it's just such a solid movie technically.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, what's an axis switch? Is that when they become Nazis?
Yeah, that's when the US joins the Axis.
No, there's the 180-degree rule in film where you only see one side of a person's face in a scene, basically. To put it very simply. And it's switching from one side to the other side is kind of complicated and usually fucked up by almost all filmmakers, including big, important, famous ones. And the really good ones will make it seem very fluid and keep it from like disorienting the audience.
They get to chatting about the murdering people thing again. And
the housekeeper in here is talking to Brandon about how suspicious he was earlier in the day because he was in a big rush all morning and then sent her out for groceries and told her to take as much time as possible.
Perfect murder.
Yes.
Perfect murder.
And then she brings that up to Rupert, and Rupert's like,
Yeah, and Rupert's just like, huh.
Perfect murder. Perfect.
Yeah, then Rupert starts interrogating one of the twinks, the bottom.
Philip.
I didn't bother learning
we don't know.
any of
Philip
their names.
might be the top. We don't know.
No, he's
I think Philip is a stealth top.
I think Brandon's a power bottom.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe a power bottom. He's not a top.
Okay,
You can't
fair
convince
enough.
me
Like Philip might not enjoy topping, but I think Brandon's a power bottom.
Okay.
So,
I think he's like, Philip, stop being a bitch and rail me.
You call that railing me? Come on.
Come on, my back.
Yeah, God gave you that dick for a reason. Let's fucking go.
Philip, God gave you a 10-inch masterpiece. Put it in my fucking rectum.
I want to be tickled in my duodenum. Let's go.
Duodenum, hun.
I don't know. I'm not anything near a person with anatomical knowledge. I'm barely even I'm not even anatomically correct. It's awful. So he's being interrogated. The bottom twink is being interrogated by that annoying gray-haired dude. I didn't catch his name.
Rupert.
Yes, Rupert. And he does like a number of interrogation techniques on him. First, he turns on the light and goes like, please don't turn on the light. I'm neurodivergent. And then he takes out a metronome and just sort of like, oh, this is like really noisy and annoying. This would be a shame if it's just clicked and clacked, huh? And then turns it on and starts questioning him. The context that I think might be at play here is that he did some heinous shit during the war.
Philip?
The dude in the gray suit.
Oh.
The twink interrogator.
The twink interrogator.
Oh,
I think the twink might have done some heinous shit during the war.
No, he was like a typist or some shit.
Something really gay like that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that I also think that Brandon was like not on the front lines. He was probably like a fucking officer.
Oh, definitely not.
He was like
okay. Actually, no. You know what I think happened? They were in the Navy.
Yeah, he was like a fucking second officer on like a fucking one of those ships that never sees combat. What are they called? Aircraft carriers.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else goes on? They talk about
okay, Brandon does do something that's genuinely like really big dicked, and I'm like, that's good. That's some good shit. Which is he gives David's dad a bunch of books. And the way that he packages them up for his dad is by tying them together with the rope that they used to kill David.
Yes.
And I'm like,
the perfect crime.
That is genuinely fucked.
Yeah, it is. It's so fucked up.
And I love it. It's such a good moment.
Yeah.
And Philip like visibly freaks out upon seeing the rope and is like, why would you do that?
Right? Philip is actually trying to like cover their tracks while Brandon's just showing off.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you just gave the rope to the dad and the dad took it, no one would ever
Yeah, no one would ever think anything of it.
Yeah, Philip is the one that fucks this one up.
Yeah.
I mean, they also fucked it up by not removing all of the evidence, and by that I mean a hat.
So Rupert also finds...
That comes up a little later.
But yeah, Rupert finds David's hat.
Which is monogram.
Or Donkey Kong's hat.
It could be Donkey Kong's hat, because it is DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little before this stuff, there's also a really nice bit of sound design here where Philip is playing the piano while everybody's, talking. And like Rupert is talking to him, and as you can see him getting increasingly flustered, and he's making more and more mistakes as he goes. It's great.
Yeah, there are a lot of really great things about this movie and as a thriller, but it's a much better comedy.
Yeah. This is a film nerd movie, I think, at its core. Like this is the filmmakers being nerds about doing something really interesting and unique, and they're like, oh well, I guess we have to have a plot also.
Yeah. But like
whatever.
Everyone's getting more and more worried about David, because it's like they get to the point where like, no, David is missing. We are worried. So everyone leaves.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone just
Yeah.
And that's when Brandon is just the most Brandon he's ever been.
Yeah. But everyone leaves. That's when Rupert sees the hat, because the housekeeper like gives him the wrong hat.
Yeah. And despite that getting found, when he leaves, fucking Brandon's still just like, well, that went perfectly. I didn't see anything that went wrong there. It didn't seem like anyone was suspicious.
Brandon's like, that went great. Like, bro, everybody left because the guy that you murdered is missing and they're worried.
Yeah.
And multiple people think that you personally had something to do with that. This did not go well for you.
It didn't go well for you. You just haven't realized it because the cops haven't shown up yet.
This could hardly have gone worse for you.
Yeah.
And Philip knows that. Philip is like, everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Philip is having the right reaction.
Yeah, and that's why I think this movie is so goddamn funny. It's just like Brandon is living in a different planet.
Yes. Yeah, Philip is so fucking pissed here. But their plan is that they're going to like take the body down to the car now and leave tonight.
Yeah. Perfect murder.
Yeah, the perfect murder. When everything
no issues here whatsoever.
Get the plan requires that you must leave with the body tonight. Yeah, and at this point, like it's night outside, and again, it's a great touch that it's been getting progressively darker out there. And then Rupert calls.
Yeah, Rupert calls and asks to come back up because he forgot his cigarette case.
Yes. And
I think it should be mentioned also, everyone is smoking in this movie all of the time. I don't think there's a scene without a cigarette that's lit.
Why would there be?
Yeah. Imagine not having everyone smoking all the time in your film. Like,
everyone here needs to have lung cancer by the time they're 50. If they don't, they have failed.
Yes.
They're smoking with a goal.
Philip freaks out. Brandon hops on the phone and is more than happy to invite Rupert up. After the call, they're talking, and it's apparent that Brandon is ready to fucking kill a dude. He grabs a gun and puts it in his pocket. It's interesting that he didn't go for, I don't know, a rope or something.
Well, he gave the rope to he gave the rope to David.
The rope has exited the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
can't do that one again.
A tiny stretch of rope. It was almost
Can't do that
certainly
again.
cut off of a longer length.
No, can't do that again.
It's wild though, because if he hadn't pulled the gun on him, I think he might have just left. Or am I misremembering the order of the scenes?
No, you're not. You're not. So yeah, Rupert comes back up. He like plants his cigarette case behind some shit as a pretense.
Yeah.
Which I it's whatever. But not David. Brandon is like, I'm gonna fucking blast this man away, and Rupert's just looking at him.
Rupert is just like stalling and trying to weasel his way into not getting kicked out of the apartment.
You got a gun in there? You got a gun in your pocket, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, or are you just happy to see me, your old teacher?
It's a weird thing for you to have pointed at me through your pocket. It's a gun.
Yeah.
So
Also, when he
what's going on there?
reaches in his pocket for the gun, they make a really, really good camera move. I'm sorry, I just had to mention that. It's such a good camera move.
Your mom's a good camera move.
But yeah, for the most part, like Rupert's strategy here is that he's gonna stick around and be annoying, and hopefully not be so annoying that they actually kill him. And then then he spots the gun and things kind of escalate.
Oh, it's so itchy.
And Rupert is like saying what he thinks happened. And again, some amazing camera work. We're tracking Rupert's gaze around the room as he's just putting it all together, and he's going, "I think you did this, and then this," and he's covering everything, but stopping just short of mentioning that they stuffed the body into the chest. But he looks at the chest; he's figured it out.
Yeah, and Brandon just has the gun on him, and it's like if he says that the body's in the chest, he's gonna kill him.
Yes,
and Rupert knows that, so he doesn't say it because Brandon is fucking stupid.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
And it's like, well, he didn't say the body was in the chest, so clearly he doesn't know the body was in the chest.
Even though he was looking directly at the chest.
Even though he was looking right at the chest and being like, "There's a body in that chest," but I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Then
Rupert pulls the rope out of his pocket, revealing that he knows everything. And presumably then the family also knows, right? He would have gotten the rope.
That's kind of wild though, because like he pulls out a piece of rope and they could have just goes, "Oh, okay, that's a piece of rope. What's your point?" Yeah,
nice
that's
rope.
a really good, nice rope, buddy. That's a nice rope you've got there. But they don't. They just they panic.
They could have killed David and gotten away with it. I don't know why they would have killed David. There's really there was no they gained nothing from killing him. It's so
Oh, I thought the point was just to kill someone and well.
Yeah, and why not do someone you know?
Yeah, why not kill someone I know and not some random off the street?
Yeah.
Surely that would also fit with your ideology better of like it would have made more sense if they just like killed a vagrant.
Yeah, it would.
It is if you need good killing advice, you want to kill a person you don't know. Don't kill someone that you know and your friends know and then invite them to a party at your house.
Yeah, serial killers?
No, I don't know any serial killers. Please enlighten me.
I said, do you know about serial killers?
Oh,
the reason that it's hard to kill serial killers is that they tend to kill fairly random people.
Yeah.
And if you did one random killing of a person and you weren't seen doing it, you're not going to get caught.
Right.
Like the chances of you getting caught in that situation are astronomical.
The one issue with the premise of doing the perfect murder is that murders go unsolved fucking all the time.
Yeah.
And when they used to solve a lot of murder, cases get solved much less often than they used to. And the only reason they used to get solved was that they would just pin it on the nearest black guy.
Yeah.
And so like most murderers, if it's not that hard to commit the perfect murder.
Yeah. No, I will say, the strangers on a train situation, that makes a lot of sense to me as like a way to kill people and get away with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's immaterial here. The point is that
really...
Brandon and Philip chose like the worst person they could have for their random killing.
And Philip takes the gun from Brandon, and he sounds like he's about to just kill everyone.
Yeah. Like this is going to be a double homicide suicide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is very close to everyone in this room is dead and there are 4 bodies in the room now.
Yeah.
But Rupert like wrestles the gun away from him. It goes off a couple of times.
Yeah. They fire it into the ground, and I bet the downstairs neighbors are fucking pissed.
I wouldn't be pissed. I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be pissed later, but at that moment, I'm just freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. So Rupert now has a gun.
Calling the cops? I don't know.
Nah, why would you call the cops?
Yeah, somehow nobody calls the cops after that happens. Okay.
Yeah. And then at this point, Rupert's like, show me what's in the chest.
Yeah. Sure enough, there's the dead body.
There's the dead body. But they like open it so slowly. And I was like, you know what would be really fucking funny is if the body's not in the chest.
Yes.
And they just get away with it.
Yeah.
Like at some point when the camera was in the kitchen, Philip actually moved the body. That would have been an amazing twist.
Yeah, Philip got nervous and went and hid it in a closet.
But that didn't happen.
No.
Instead, Brandon's like, let me explain. And then and then Rupert's like,
Brandon's like,
you think you can explain that?
He's just like, I just did the thing that we always talked about. We always used to talk about murdering someone and how we could get away with it and how it would be totally justified because we are supermen.
Yeah, he says, you've twisted my words into an excuse for murder. You've murdered.
Yes. It's just like, after all the conversation he had earlier about like, yeah, I should be allowed to kill someone if I want. I'm smarter than
you
them.
literally said you should be allowed to kill people.
Yes. And then it's like, you twisted my words. I can't believe you did this.
You didn't twist your words. You just took your very sardonic joke seriously.
Right.
The joke that you never let anyone know was a joke.
The joke that you expressly said was not a joke.
Bro, it's just a prank, bro. Bro.
You weren't like laughing when you said it or anything.
I mean, he was smiling.
Yeah.
He was like,
he was smirking.
So yeah, then Rupert does the biggest brain thing in the entire film, which is he takes the gun, opens the window, and fires it out into the sky.
Yeah.
And then waits for the cops to arrive. And I'm like, okay, no one's going to know exactly where those shots came from. The cops aren't going to get the cops might end up at this apartment eventually, but it's going to be a while.
But there is, they try to stitch it together with some sound design here because you hear people out on the street reacting and like they panic and like one guy's like, it came from up there. And so there's some discussion. And then of course the cops, like you instantly start hearing sirens.
I mean, that's just a movie thing. And then B, they're all going to think you had something to do with this, dude.
Yeah.
You should have just called the cops and been like, hey, I was at a dinner party and these twinks fucking killed a guy. They pulled a gun on me. I have the gun now. I wrestled it away, but like, please come quickly.
Right.
Yeah. His current method sort of lends itself to, I don't know. I mean, what happens when the cops show up? Do the twinks just say, oh yeah, this dude was here at a party and then he killed one of the party goers? It was wild.
Yeah, like
Jimmy
Stewart.
Think this is a film expediency thing, shooting out the window because that allows them to go back to having a conversation instead of doing an awkward. I'm going to walk into the other room and get the phone.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart, you've made a classic blunder. You have gotten yourself arrested for someone else's murder unnecessarily.
Yes.
Classic.
But like we already have established that there's a phone in the other room, so
Oh yeah, that's another thing that I did not understand. They constantly talk about how the phone is in the bedroom. There's a phone next to the front door. We see it multiple times.
Oh, I thought that was the door phone for their doorman that I guess they have.
Oh, that's
is that just
you know
okay.
what? You're probably right. That's probably a direct line to downstairs.
Yeah, although that would also work. Hello, doorman. Yes, there's been a murder up here. See?
Yeah, that would work. Just pulls up, grab the phone. Doorman, please call the police.
Yeah.
There's been a murder.
There's been a murder.
Murder.
Not us script doctoring this thing. This
Yeah,
80-year-old movie.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, the dude sits down, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, that's the end of it. They got caught. They got caught for the perfect murder. How could it have happened?
And we get to see some credits roll over some cyan.
Yes.
So yeah, this movie's fucking hilarious, and I love it.
Are you ready for me to drop one more thing on you here?
You said
Please.
no more nerd shit.
This
Is it
different.
nerd shit?
This isn't technical stuff. I said no more technical stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Let's
have
see.
it.
Let's
This film
have at you.
is based on a play, which is in turn based on a true story.
Oh my
No
God.
fucking way.
That's right. This shit partially actually happened.
Happened like Aaron Brockovich happened.
I will go into details. So, it's Leopold and Loeb. Nathan Leopold and Richard Loeb were the guys. And they were definitely not strictly heterosexual. But they characterized their own murder when they were 18 and 19 as the crime of the century. They believed that they did the perfect crime that would allow them to murder someone without any consequences. They like to harm animals and such as youths. They were criminals. They were high achieving in their education, graduating school early, all the typical shit. All the shit in there about like we're supermen and we are not subject to laws. All true. This is all stuff these people actually believed. Okay, Annie, you're holding up your hand.
Were they German by any chance in the 20s and 30s?
No, they were both from Chicago.
Shocking.
I mean, there could have been. It's a little early to be a Nazi in the US at that time, but I mean,
Yeah.
That's
they.
That's some Nazi shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
They abducted a 14-year-old boy and murdered him. Without going into a ton of detail here, they
picked someone random.
Yeah, they grabbed him, put him in a car. I think they beat him with it was like the blunt end of a chisel until he died. The guy that did the murder was in fact the nervous one. Like there was a nervous one and a smug one to some extent.
He was a power bottom after all.
Yeah.
Also, just a little note here: if you are gonna murder someone with a chisel, use a sharp end, for God's sake.
Yeah. Why did they just beat him about the face until he died?
I don't know, but they killed him. They cleaned the car out. They
cleaned up. Good.
Yeah, they did clean up. They also took him to a lake. After nightfall, took all of his clothes off, concealed the body in a culvert, and poured hydrochloric acid on the face and genitals because he was Jewish, and at this time, only Jews were getting circumcised in the U.S., so it made it very hard to identify him.
Surely that would have made it easier because you're like, why did they pour hydrochloric acid on the genitals? maybe
Yeah,
Jewish.
but maybe. But that's, I don't know.
If you're a brain genius.
Or it could just be they're crazy because they fucking murdered a child. And they just have a weird thing about dongers. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, pouring hydrochloric acid over the face. Yeah, sure. That works.
Yeah. So they
where'd they get hydrochloric acid?
I don't know. They type up a ransom note. I mean, you could probably get it fairly freely at this point in time, right? True. Like, fucking jack shit is actually regulated.
Regulations didn't exist until 1945.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this was like the fucking 1920s. They type up a ransom note on a typewriter. They plan to they come up with a big string of things they have to do to pay the ransom that require, like, you have to go to this place and you'll get more instructions there. You have to go to this place, you get more instructions there.
Oh,
and
a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. Chain things together with a series of directions. And that way, keep it from being something where, like, they can tip the cops off, which almost worked, except that the body was found before it could be executed. So they disposed of the typewriter and burned the blanket they used to move the body. And they get caught because the police find a pair of eyeglasses near the body. And the prescription and frame are very common, normal things. However, they had an unusual hinge that only 3 customers in Chicago had purchased, one of whom was Leopold.
Why did they drop their glasses?
Oh my God.
So when questioned, Leopold offered the possibility that maybe the glasses had been dropped from his pocket while out bird watching the previous weekend.
Leo, no.
So the cops formally question both of them, and they asserted that they were too busy fucking some ladies that night to have murdered someone, but they didn't know their names.
Same, bro.
Yeah. So the Leopold chauffeur told police that the car was being repaired that afternoon, and the chauffeur's wife confirmed it. So the alibi immediately fell through because they had a fucking chauffeur.
That is so dumb.
Yeah,
it's so colossally dumb.
The typewriter was recovered from the Jackson Park Lagoon, and they both immediately confessed.
Why didn't they dispose of it in a dump?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so they both got sentenced to life imprisonment plus an additional 99 years. Yes. Richard Loeb, who I think he was the one. I don't know. They were both charged with murder. I don't remember. I think nobody's totally sure who actually did it. One of them was driving, one of them was killing, and there are differing reports. Richard Loeb was killed by another inmate in 1936. The evidence suggests that the guy wanted to fuck him and he turned him down, so the guy murdered him. And Leopold was paroled in like the 50s and wrote a book about everything, and I spent the rest of his life trying to make up for being a piece of shit, I guess.
Was it titled If I Did It?
Hang on. It was something crazy like that. Because let's see, he spent 33 years in prison, and after numerous unsuccessful petitions, he was released on parole in 1958.
It'd be crazy if his favorite movie was Rope.
He did sue somebody for his book was called, what was it? I don't know. He did sue somebody for writing for making a film out of the book Compulsion, which was written about him.
Hey, dude, let it go.
Yeah, and they said it was like an invasion of privacy and defamation, and the Illinois Supreme Court ruled that Leopold was the confessed perpetrator of the crime of the century and could not reasonably argue that any book had injured his reputation.
Yeah,
Bitch, you're a murderer. Fuck you.
Yeah, Leo, don't draw attention to yourself at any point in your life. Like,
yeah.
It's like they wrote a book about me and said I murdered somebody. Leo, you did.
Yeah. So that was
Leopold. His autobiography was called Life Plus 99 Years. It was published in 1958 as part of his campaign to win parole. It was a New York Times bestseller for 14 weeks. It got generally positive reviews, although some accused him of writing the book solely as a means of rehabilitating his public image. He was going
probably
to
correct.
He continued studying birds. He was still big into birds.
Good for him.
And
Go birds.
He published a checklist of birds of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And he had an intention to write a book about his life after release from prison, but never completed. I think he was also like a big time philanthropist.
Where'd he get the money?
Getting out. Well, he was filthy fucking rich. His family had money.
Right, they had a chauffeur. Right.
Yeah. He had family money, so like even after he got out, he was filthy rich. That is the story that this was based on. So like that's part of this shit really happened.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
it does show that how times have changed. Now, if you're filthy rich, you can kill whomever you'd like.
Yeah, you can shoot a guy on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was Rope. What do we all think?
I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, Annie enjoys it ironically. I have always thought, having seen Rope before, that Rope is like technically an incredible movie that does a lot of really cool stuff, not just visually, but like with sound and the fact that it was shot in color. It was shot in color with under such difficult circumstances, and that they were still able to do like 8 or 9 minute takes and have everything like lit correctly. It's crazy what they pulled off with this movie. And also there's it is one of those movies where it's like a technical showcase, not really much of a plot. And this is like a whole subgenre to itself.
As a non-film nerd, I enjoy the technical aspects of this film. I think that it is great to look at. It makes my brain chemicals go like when I'm watching it, and I enjoy that. And I also think that the plot and dialogue is very, very funny.
Yeah.
But should it be banned?
Absolument pas.
Under no circumstances should this be banned.
This movie's great.
No,
I think people should watch it.
Objectionable material in this.
I agree. It's neat. Like, and I guess we can just assume they're brought to justice. We could do like maybe add an end card that says they were brought to justice, and then ship it.
I don't care if they're brought to justice or not. It doesn't matter to me.
I think the only way that this could be meaningfully improved is if the boys kiss. Let the boys kiss.
Yeah, the twins should kiss.
I do. I think we should have an end card where it says the lovers kissed and then went to jail.
Yes.
Yeah, they went to jail together and then they all kissed.
That's my edit.
All right. Well, that has been Art Should Be Illegal for this time. What is our next? Who's next on the chopping board? I can't see who you're pointing to. Like the things aren't lined up correctly.
It is me. I am choosing the next one, and I have chosen the another. I hope you're excited. Ed Wood film. The classic film Jailbait.
No.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
I promise you, there is a very objectionable thing in that movie.
No spoilers, please.
It is not what you're expecting, though. It is not.
Well,
the jailbait is not what you think. Ed Wood does not know what the word jailbait means.
Listen, the only thing I really expect out of Ed Wood is, of course,
transvestite,
and that'll be it.
That guy's in this movie. That guy's in this movie.
Amazing.
No.
See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.